There you go.
Alrighty. On March 3rd, 2011, it was the beginning and the end for me and my family. I remember I was at track practice just running along listening to my Taylor Swift, and I could remember somebody just screaming my name, telling me, "Shamaila, Shamaila, Malik's looking for you." And then I knew something was wrong because Malik, my brother, he never comes to disturb me at track practice. So I just run along to the gym, and as soon as I step in the gym, my coach is screaming at me, "Shamaila, go home now. Like, what are you doing? Go home." And I'm thinking to myself, like, what's really going on? So I take one step into the locker room, and I just fall out. My legs give out. And then I noticed that today was the day that my brother came to get me to tell me that my sick father had passed away. But then there's a part of me that was like, no, nah, not today. God wouldn't take him away without letting me say goodbye, without giving him one more kiss, without me saying I love you. So I go towards the car. I can just see the pain in my brother's eyes, and such a short trip home seemed to take forever. Silence was our music. Once we get home, I open the door. My mother wasn't there. She was at the hospital with my father. My sisters were just all sitting around crying, just asking me, how could this happen? Why? And I really couldn't give them the answer. All I could say is, keep your faith. He will come home. It's not over yet. So after the crying, a couple of hours passed, and my uncle comes to the door, and he brings us Long John Silver's, which at the time was my favorite meal. I can remember every crunchy noise it made. I could remember the taste of my salty tears mixed in with the hush puppy batter. And after I got finished eating, I just went upstairs. I needed some time alone. Shortly after I get upstairs, I could hear my auntie coming in, and my mother. I could hear every cry as it hit the ground. And my auntie calls us to come downstairs. I was trying to mentally prepare myself because, let's be real, I knew the news I was about to get. I take one step to come down the stairs, and there it goes again. My legs just gave out. Thank God my auntie was there to catch me. So she comes down, so we come downstairs, and she sits us all down, and she just lets us know he didn't make it. Of course we cried, and naturally we had the funeral 1 week later. So we were at my father's funeral, and it was a beautiful service. All of the children got up there. We got to talk about all the good memories we had with him. Tell him we loved him one more time as he laid in that casket. It was the first time I've ever witnessed a 21-gun salute. It was the first time I was ever seeing somebody handed a flag for the spouse's veteran service. It was a beautiful memorial, but I would always give it back just to have him one more day. So that was the end of my father's chapter, but it was the beginning of my chapter. Shortly after my father passed, I went to go see an Air Force recruiter. He passed in 2011. In 2012, I joined the Air Force. When I joined the Air Force, I was stationed in San Antonio, where I met my husband, not knowing at the time. Then I went to Florida, where I worked in women's health and pediatrics. So that opened me up to my passion of women and children. Then I was stationed here in Omaha, and after I got stationed here, I separated from the Air Force due to medical conditions. And now I'm going to school to pursue my dream, being a nurse working with children and women. So yes, he passed away, and that was the end of that chapter. But from one experience, it brought new experiences. So I will never forget life, and I will take every day at a time, and he's always with us, and I know he's proud. Thank you.